Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy.
As a country, we're not unique in our evils, to be honest with you. I think where we may be singular is our refusal to acknowledge them. And the legends and myths we tell about our inherent, goodness to hide and cover and conceal so that we can maintain a kind of willful ignorance that protects our innocence. See, the thing is that when the Tea Party was happening, we were saying, pundits, oh, it's just about economic populism. It's not about race. When people knew, social scientists were already writing that what was driving the Tea Party were anxieties about demographic shifts, that the country was changing, that they were seeing these racially ambiguous babies on Cheerios commercials, that the country wasn't quite feeling like it was a white nation anymore. And people were screaming from the top of their lungs, this is not just simply economic populism. This is the ugly underbelly of the country. See, the thing is this, and I'll say this, and I'll take the hit on it. There are communities that have had to bear the brunt of white Americans confronting the danger of their innocence. And it happens every generation. So somehow we have to oh my God, is this who we are? And just again, here's another generation of babies. Think about it, that 2-year-old had his bones broken by two parents trying to shield him from being killed. A woman who has been married to this man for as long as I've been on the planet almost, lost her husband. For what? And so what we know is that the country has been playing politics for a long time on this hatred. We know this. So it's easy for us to place it all on Donald Trump's shoulders. It's easy for us to place Pittsburgh on his shoulders. It's easy for me to place Charlottesville on his shoulders. It's easy for us to place El Paso on his shoulders. This is us. And if we're going to get past this, we can't blame it on him. He's a manifestation of the ugliness that's in us. I've had the privilege of growing up in a tradition that didn't believe in the myths and the legends because we had to bear the brunt of them. Either we're going to change, Nicole, or we're going to do this again and again, and babies are going to have to grow up without mothers and fathers, uncles and aunts, friends, while we're trying to convince white folk to finally leave behind a history that will maybe, or embrace a history that might set them free from being white. Finally.
Now, Charlamagne, you're no stranger to a...
Now that was Eddie Glaude Jr. basically explaining what real America is. Now, what he was saying about Trump at the end is the truth. Because what he does is he explains and break it down that Trump is a manifestation of the racism and the prejudice that has been brewing inside this country. And it's been going on before Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, before they were born. It's been going on for 400 some years that black folks continue to be treated like crap. And you got communities that are very poorish, but if you go to certain cities and certain towns, you'll see a well kept up community. You'll see no violence, no nothing. But they want to paint the picture that all we are animals and thugs. Now, we give them ammunition by when we put guns up in videos or when we're out and about acting out, not acting to what society wants us to act like. And that's what's wrong with America, is that the pink folk, they don't care. It's about get this done move on to the next. That's how pink folk are. They want things done accordingly and planned out. Us, if we come in and we saying like, look, the laws are unfair for us, especially when we're in the justice system, especially when we're driving to work or we're driving home to see our family or we're going across the state, we have to worry about being threatened by a police officer. And we have to live with them every day. Doesn't matter if you're in the white community. Doesn't matter if you're in a Hispanic community. It doesn't matter if you're in a black community. They're going to mess with the black man. And what they're messing with him is to program him to stand down and stop fighting against the brainwashing, fighting against order or letting your master run you, which this is all United States of America is, just the land of the thief. Trying to remember what that line was. Land of a thief, home of a slave. And even those simple words make it feel like this is the climate that it's always going to be, and that's how they want it to be. It doesn't matter if you marry them, doesn't matter if you have kids with them. It's no shame. That's who you decide to procreate with. But white America gets a bigger pass than black America. It's just the truth. And they can never see it through our shoes or through our eyes because they come from a land of privilege. Now, you do have some whites that are poor who had to work themselves out of the gutters to get to where they had to get to. But when they got to where they got to get to, they didn't have issues with police or people trying to stop them from going here and going there. They let Sally and Billy and them ride along. No matter whether they're poor or rich, they got that white complexion, so they're going to get a pass. But if you dark skinned, the darker your skin, the more screwed they're going to try to. They're going to try to screw you. They're going to try to test you, get you mad, wanting you to get pissed off at work. And you have to hold your composure because we have more to lose than them. If we get in a fight at work as a black man or black woman, that will haunt us through every job we go to or every interview you go to. That will be held against you. That will be held against you. That's why we can't just snap like we want to. Trust me, we would have been snapped a long time ago if we didn't need these jobs. And it's just the truth. But he's telling the truth that America is ugly and America just doesn't want its secrets to get out. They don't want blacks to know that they're kings, they're queens, and they have heritage. They don't want blacks to know that they can own their own land and all this stuff. And when they try to go own their own land, they come and block it because they have the money, they have the power to block you from getting land. But you could fight it and you could get your land. But they will try everything in the book to keep the black man down and keep the pink up. And that's just the way it is. Eddie Glaude Jr., that's who was speaking on that. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about the video and what do you feel the real America is. I think the real America is just the land of the thief, the home of the slave. That's what I think it is. But let me know in the comment section what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all. If you want to donate to the page, cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, HDIITV. And shout out to Joe Cool for throwing me the info on that. Appreciate that, my brother. You all have a great day. Lie boy.